What's up, everybody? Welcome back to If Plants Could Talk. This is Garrett. I'm your host. This conversation took place on September 28th, 2022, with my very dope ass guest, Enchanted Cactus, aka Jacoby, whatever you want to call him. I'm cool with it. He's cool with it. Jacoby is dope as fuck. He just joined me virtually today from his home in the Los Angeles area. And man, what an incredible conversation it was. I personally truly needed it desperately. It was like therapeutic for me. I felt like it just flowed and was super organic. And the dude was super vulnerable and honest about things that he experienced coming up and trauma and mental health issues that he's currently dealing with, and how plants and psychedelics have played a big factor in him healing. He just seems so motivated to heal and very self aware and extremely good at communicating. I thoroughly enjoyed this conversation, and I hope you guys do too. If you scroll down into the description of this episode, you will find links to Mezcala Nursery located in Long Beach, California, Green Touch Nursery located in Bellflower, California. Big shout out to plantly.io. You can type in plantly.io into your web browser or download the free Plantly app on Android or iOS. If you are interested in becoming a vendor, I have provided a link for you to do so. Scroll down there, click the link, become a vendor for Plantly, sell your plants, be cool, be awesome, be rad, sell with Plantly. Also, real mushrooms, if you're interested in being healthy and looking healthy and feeling healthy and just like you love mushrooms, Real Mushrooms is a really cool company. You should definitely check out Real Mushrooms and use my link in the description of this episode, or type in If Plants Could Talk at checkout to get 10% off your first order. Thank you, everybody who continues to support this podcast. I love you guys with all my heart. Go fuck yourself. Here's Jacob. Who needs a clap when you have a fucking gong?
Fuck yeah.
Enchanted Cactus, your name is Jacob, correct?
Yeah, Jacob, Jacoby,
Jacoby.
both of those. My real name's Jacob, but all my friends call me Jacoby. It's like
Hell
something
yeah.
I'm just used to. So just put that on my
Well,
online name.
I'm grateful to have you on If Plants Could Talk today, man. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here. When you hit me up, I was like, oh shit, this guy actually like I've been listening and I've never even thought about like being wanted to, I don't know, hear what I gotta say. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, there's many reasons. One, I see the hood influencing your content, and I appreciate that. There's not a whole lot of us that like are willing to bring that more street culture into the plant community, and I don't think it's necessarily always going to be received that well, but you do it like artistically.
Yeah.
Like with the one where I don't know, it's like a Friday, you were like mimicking like a Friday skit or something. Was it Friday? Is that Friday the movie? Is that what movie it's from, where you had the buzzer? Make my shit right,
Um,
bitch ass
I
nigga.
don't I don't know. Actually,
What?
I think that might have been like a TikTok sound, like some guy actually in a barber shop saying that to someone.
Right, but that's from a movie originally. I don't know. It's
Oh,
from
really? I didn't even
yeah.
know that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like
But
a
yeah,
lot of these are just audios that I'll just find like just going through TikTok or Instagram reels because I'll be on that too much sometimes, honestly. And sometimes I find good ideas, so it'll be worth it,
well,
you
I
know.
see you rocking a Stussy shirt, so I know the street culture is
Oh,
definitely an
yeah,
influence on
yeah.
you, right?
Yeah, always.
Cactus
Always.
Stussy, is that what it says?
Yeah, it's like a collaboration from this brand Cactus Plant Flea Market and Stussy.
That's dope.
They did a little collab, yeah. Made a cool tie dye.
Nice,
Yeah,
man. I'll
yeah. I
shower
didn't
you
get it
with
back then, but
compliments.
thank you. I
I
appreciate
like
that.
like your
I like
style.
it. Thank you. Yeah, I just wear what I like and stuff. Like this shirt, I didn't even get originally. I just like it was used, and I got it on Depop, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I just get a lot of secondhand clothes and thrift store stuff.
I'm gonna have to check that out. That's a website.
Yeah, it's kind of like a clothing resale website. Like yeah, a lot of people like do like hype streetwear and stuff, but also like vintage clothing.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. Before the cactus thing, I was selling a lot of clothes on there too. Actually, like it was a good little income for me.
oh, that's cool. That's
But yeah,
cool. Are you selling cactus too now,
Uh,
or you
Here and
just
there, yeah. Like
collecting? Okay,
I haven't posted like whenever I post a bunch on my story, like that'll be like my little sale. But whenever people hit me up to ask for like what I got, I'll like show them a couple plants from down to sell, like whatever they're looking for, you know.
dope. Where are you from?
Yeah. LA, born and raised. Right now I'm staying in La Puente, but
Okay,
I've
La
been all
Puente.
over. Yeah, La Puente,
That's cool.
San Gabriel Valley.
That's cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Dope, man. And you said you grew up all over LA?
Yeah, all over LA. 'Cause, like grew up with a single mom, so we've always
Mm-hmm.
just been like kind of bouncing around apartments and stuff with me and my brother.
Mm-mm-mm.
So yeah, yeah.
And any like some rougher parts of the neighborhoods and stuff like that?
Yeah, some parts like when we were in Highland Park
Yeah.
when I was a kid, there was like a lot of gang activity. That was like
Okay.
one of the parts I was raised in, though, so still kind of feels special to me in a way.
Yeah. What'd you do to keep busy and stay out of trouble in those days?
Back then, when I was a kid, I was just always playing with my video games or toys. Like I was always invested in that. Like my older brother, he was always like super obsessed with video games and stuff, so that kind of just made me like more attracted to it. You know, like the little brother always wanted to
Mm,
be like the big brother, but yeah,
yeah. And like, are you a
yeah,
gamer now still? You still play games?
yeah. Yeah. Actually, right now it's like kind of what I do when I'm at home now. It's like I don't know. I'm not like the type to sit around and talk to family. I just like kind of just that kid that just goes in his room and plays games still.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
played a lot of like I played Diablo, I played Warcraft, like on computer wise. I remember the Sega Saturn. I had one of those, the Sega Genesis, the handheld one back in the day, and then like
Oh, shit.
SNES and NES, all those. And N64 was my favorite, bro. Always on
Hell
that shit,
yeah. Hell
hardcore.
yeah. Yeah, I was more like starting PlayStation era, so like our first
PS1.
console, because I always, yeah, PlayStation 1.
Okay.
That was our first console, but I always went over to my cousins. They always had the 64, so we were playing like Smash Brothers and fucking Mario Party.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude, those are the best memories. Hell
Super Smash Brothers is dope. Yeah, I remember even playing that in high school. Like we would get drunk and play it like at parties, and then
yeah,
like
I still do.
Donkey Kong Country too is that's one of my favorite games ever, dude. Mortal Kombat trilogy.
Fuck yeah, dude. Mortal Kombat 2, definitely.
PS1. Did you ever play Parappa the Rapper?
No,
Oh,
no.
that
I
game
was
was
never like
so
too
dope.
deep. Like PS1 was like the first console we got, so that was like more
Uh-huh.
of like my brother, and I was kind of like whenever the little brother was allowed to play, pretty much. Like that's when I got on. But trying to think what games like I played on PlayStation 1.
I
There's this
played
one dragon game.
Gran Turismo,
Oh,
Dragon
okay,
game,
okay, yeah, yeah. I played Gran Turismo, yeah,
the
for sure.
racing game.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah,
Always played like Gran Turismo, what else? Fast and Furious.
hell yeah,
Forza a little bit too now, like more recently.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I don't think I've ever talked to anybody about games really on here. I'm down with it. My kid is a gamer. My stepdaughter is a hardcore gamers. They both have like channels on YouTube where they're
That's sick,
playing.
dude.
Yeah, they're like
Hell
computer
yeah.
gamers though. I never always tuned into
Okay.
computer gamers. I was more of a console person.
That's cool though, because it's I feel like it's more technical when
Yeah.
you get into computer gaming because you could even like build your own PC at a certain level and like way better graphics, you know.
Yeah.
That's something I eventually want to get into. I'm just playing on PlayStation still, PlayStation 4. But yeah, hopefully one day I'll be able to build my own shit.
Yeah. I think the hot game now, what is it that he's obsessed with? Minecraft and then I can't remember the other one, dude. He loves Animal Crossing, and then there's another one too. But I get pumped up because I can buy games that I want to play too. So like I bought Mortal Kombat. I don't remember what else I got,
Sick.
but we
Are
played.
you able to is he able to play with you like Mortal Kombat and like games like that?
Yeah, he can keep up. You know,
That's cool.
I gotta let him win every once in a while though.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Gotta give him that confidence.
yeah, that's cool, man. When did the plants come into your story?
Pretty recently, I would say, like 2020 was when I really got into it, like online. But my first cactus I got in 2018.
Okay,
I took a little trip to go see some family in Arizona, and I wanted like some type of souvenir. And we're in Walmart, and I just saw a little cactus. It was like a mammillaria. I still don't even know what species it is, but it's like huge now. But back then, it was like a little 2 inch pot. And ever since then, like my mom was more taking care of it here, like on and off. So like I would go like months without even like really caring about it, but my mom would just keep watering it because she always had her own like little garden and stuff like
Mm,
ever since I was a kid. Um, but yeah, 2020 was on when I really got into it, like just doing research online and like getting into like psychedelics and stuff. I'm like, oh shit, cactus contain all this stuff. Like that's sick. So like originally like wanting to try it in a way, like grow it to try it, but like
yeah.
everyone else, like once you start growing it, you just like respect it so much more. And you're like, fuck, I don't think I could ever like eat this. Maybe like I don't know when I'm old and like the world's ending or something. I don't know. But
Yeah, no, I feel it.
if it, yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's what got me into it. And then like of course you start getting into like different species just because like they look so cool and like how they grow. Yeah,
So was it like
that's what really got me.
Trichocereus or Lophophora that caught your attention?
First Lophophora, but then like that's when you kind of like realize it blows like you expand your whole mind. Like once you look it up online, like I feel that's when like you just start seeing all kinds of shit. Like I was mostly like on Reddit and like
Yeah.
different communities like that, and just like trying to educate myself. And yeah, I got into San Pedro. That was one of my first like really like special cactus to me. It was like this cutting I got from Cactus Affinity.
Hmm.
Um, that's when I really started getting into like buying like buying cactus online and like looking at different sellers and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know, I always was like drawn to that too. I was always drawn to like Native American culture and the idea of peyote. But to me, like as a kid growing up, especially even in when I started experimenting, uh, I was very familiar with San Pedro, but peyote was like more of like a legend. Like
Yeah.
I never seen one. I never heard of anyone having one. And then like when I joined the online community and I seen all these people sharing them and like how prevalent it is, I was like blown
Yeah.
away. I was like, wait, what? People have these? Like this is a thing,
Exactly.
you know? This is a
Yeah.
trip.
Like I first like I was like, shit, this is like obviously like hard to get. And then I found someone like selling seeds like somewhere online. I was like, oh what? Like I'm able to get like 10 seeds and like grow a couple of them. And then like I start posting them online and then like the algorithm on Instagram just starts showing me all kinds of cactus. And I was like, oh what? Like
Yeah,
this is a thing online. Like people do
right.
this, and then seeing the pottery that just like kind of dives you into a whole other rabbit hole of like the whole cactus community and everything. But yeah, I always thought like no one grows this, like it can't be anywhere, like.
Right.
But yeah, like it's really prevalent. It's like just another cactus like that
It's not as
to like just
underground as
grow.
you would think it is,
Yeah.
right?
Once you realize it, it's the other growers at least.
But I think also like the boom in the community from 2020 probably plays a big factor because when I first started looking for them, the only place I personally could find them was overseas. I didn't
Mm.
know anybody locally selling them, but now it's like fucking everyone has them.
Yeah, I feel like
Everyone has
some
them,
like my neighbors might have them or some shit, you know.
right? I
Yeah,
see them at
but
pop-ups, bro. I brought them to pop-ups.
yeah. It's so cool because it's like
Yeah.
it's making it available for everyone because it's
Yeah, I
not like
love that.
yeah,
Yeah, no gatekeeping, man. I love like
not
especially
at all.
when newer people come and approach me. I don't know, some cat found me on Instagram. He's not in the plant community at all, but like has been one of the biggest supporters. He's like, hey, you got any more loves, bro? He's like so pumped up and so excited,
Sick.
man. I love seeing that, you know.
Yeah, like at first when I was posting stuff, I was like, everyone knows everything. Like everyone that I follow and that follows me, like they ever know everything about cactus. So like, why do I need to like try to teach anyone or say anything? But it's
Not the
like there's
case.
so many, yeah, there's
Yeah,
so many new people like constantly getting into it. Like
yeah,
every day, always asking about like grafting or like sowing from seeds or something. So it's cool, like learning and then also like passing it on. It's like, oh shit, I have knowledge that other people could actually use finally.
right.
It's like
Yeah.
useful, yeah.
No, it's special to be able to hold that role, especially if you've ever been mistreated by somebody that wasn't as transparent or forthcoming with information. Which I hate a few
Yeah,
of those. It's few and far between, but it happens, especially on Reddit or on Facebook.
yeah.
You know what I mean? But I love like if anyone asks me anything, fucking, I'll tell you what I think I know. I think I know
Yeah,
how to, I think I know this. I'm not
yeah, right.
sure.
Like I'm not a professional either,
Right.
so we all learn from our mistakes too. Like
Yeah, bro.
had so much to die and so many seedlings die, so I feel like maybe I'm learning from that a little bit slowly.
Yeah. So what
Because as
was
much
it?
as
Sorry, go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say like as much as you read online, like you could read as much as you want, but like once you actually try it out for yourself, then you're really gonna get the hang of it.
No, absolutely. For
Yeah.
sure. I was gonna
What are
say,
you gonna
what
say?
was it like in the beginning that like really grabbed you? Because you said you had this mammillaria that you kept at your mom's house. Was it the fact that when you disappeared for months at a time, when you came back and it was doing good and it was getting big? Like there's something special about when you have a plant from a baby like that, and then a few years go by and the motherfucker's like all big now and still healthy, or you like don't
Yeah.
see it for a few months and it's still chilling. Like that's really like that the thriving on neglect and like the just how what's the word I'm looking for? Resilient they are
Yes.
really
Yeah.
is
Like
what
just being like,
grabbed
oh
me.
shit, you're still there, dog. Like
Yeah,
you're still
what?
hanging in there. Yeah.
How are you still
Yeah.
alive?
So yeah, it was like in a 2-inch pot, like I said, and after the years, like it didn't really like clump up, but it just grew like up and higher, and then I started paying attention to it because it started like leaning off of the pot, and then I got a new pot and just got soil real quick at like I think it was just Walmart or something, like just random potting soil, just to stick it in something, and then it started pupping, and then I was like, oh shit, like it does this, and it's it's like a whole other like on a whole other timeline, like it's
Mhm.
doing its own thing. Like I'll be living my whole life and I could come back to it and still like it's
I
still
love
there.
that. I love that.
Yeah.
Dude, also like rooting, like the first time I ever rooted at San Pedro, my girlfriend's twin gave it to me, and I was like so pumped. I don't think I had started an Instagram yet. No, I hadn't. And just like I didn't even touch it. I just put the motherfucker in a pot and didn't touch it for I don't know, a month. And then I pull on it and it's like holding on. And I was like, what the
Yeah,
hell?
so now that's just
And then
mine
like
now.
next thing you know, I don't know, next month it's like 6 inches taller. It's like they grow
Fuck
so
yeah.
fast, dude, and you don't have to
Yeah.
do nothing to them. You don't even have to give them any water.
They'll be chilling. Yeah, for the longest.
It's
For
a
the
trip.
longest. Yeah. I have like still a bunch of unpotted shit, like and stuff that I've just like even neglected, like kind of just throw on the side of my house and it's like still like
Mhm.
reaching for sun and like still a little gray on there. It's like, damn, just give it up already, but they're still fighting.
Yeah, I got this one
Maybe I'll
cutting
get around to it.
in the side yard that like has gone like this, and like it's exfoliated, but it's like laid out on the ground all fucking dirty and like just dying to be like in its grave. And
Yeah.
this thing is like twirling and curving up. It's like doing some weird pattern. I feel so bad for it. I'm like, man, I need to cut you up and like try to save some portion. But
Yeah.
they just keep going, man.
Yeah, like in the back of my head, I'm like, I know I'm gonna eventually I'll get around to you. I just got
Right.
other shit right now.
Yeah.
My own shit.
Yeah, man. Yeah. They need us and we need them.
Yeah, definitely. Like sometimes when I feel bad and I'm like, I'll just walk over to my plants. I'm like if anything, like there's a reason I'm here. Like these guys, they need me. Like I don't
Yeah.
know, like what I'm really doing sometimes, or like really why I'm here. But all these guys right here, they need me, and I need them. So
There's that guilt.
it's a connection.
There's
Yeah,
that guilt too. They make you feel guilty when you see like they're starting to wilt or there's a bug
yeah,
infection or whatever, you know what I mean? You're like, I'm so sorry I haven't been loving you guys. I feel guilty, dude. I'll be like, damn, because there's
yeah.
periods where I'm like, I forget they exist sometimes, dude. And when I see them, it like brightens me up, brings me back
Hmm.
out of whatever.
Yeah, like nice flower just pops out you didn't expect. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
dude.
cool, man.
Like fucking yeah, like just like I said, like a little flower that you didn't even expect will pop out and be like so bright. Oh shit! Like after everything, you're still there and you're still popping and
Yeah.
trying to do your thing.
Those are the best. The surprise, like you go and check on your plants. I haven't checked on my plants in a week or something. I'll walk outside and then boom, there's all these blooms. I'm like, what the hell? Y'all are
Yeah,
just having a party out here and I haven't even known.
yeah, because like you said, sometimes you'll just like completely like not even neglect them. Like you just
Yeah.
forget about them in a way, and they'll just be out there still fighting every day. Like
Yeah.
even like you'll be like, oh shit, all I just need to do is like give you a little water, and you're just like, boom, you're like back plump again, and you're
Right.
happy. Like,
Yeah.
or sometimes like even like a plant will be like unpotted, or like I need to pot something up for like the longest, and I finally get around to it, and like it feels good. Like
Yeah.
I finally took care of you. Like you're good now. You'll be chilling for like you'll be chilling.
You won't have to
You're
worry
not stressed.
about them no more. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
really rewarding for sure. And yeah, I agree with that completely. It's just been lately. I've been not doing like last season, I was on it, taking care of my plants hard. But this
Hmm.
season it's been kind of on and off for me because of mental health issues and whatever, a recent relapse and stuff. And you say you struggle with a little bit of mental health issues?
Definitely do like every day, pretty much. Like
Yeah,
I hang in there, but every day anxiety and like depression stuff, you know.
yeah.
Like especially like my situation, I'm not really working too much right now, like just doing like temporary jobs here and there. So it's like kind of keeping me down, but the plants definitely play a part in that and brighten my day.
Yeah, that's a great thing when you don't have like as much work and that like you can go to them for sure.
Yeah,
They'll give you
yeah,
some
because when I
work to
think
do.
about it, yeah, yeah, for real. I think about it, I'm like, damn, I don't know if I could even be like carrying a day to day like 9 to 5 right now because just like racing thoughts all the time,
Yeah.
you know.
I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, it's because I saw your reel. It said like uh when my intrusive thoughts, I don't know, you were cutting it, you were grafting a cactus with a big ass knife in your hand. Like when your intrusive
Yeah,
thoughts would hit what you're trying to graft. And I was laughing my ass off, dude. And a bunch of people responded to it when I shared it. And like
yeah,
I told the homie, I was like, I can see why when someone like I said, I feel that completely. Like when I'm holding a butcher knife, I could see why people become serial killers. I said that just jokingly, but like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? It's all
I don't know
kill
why
your
I put
whole
myself in
family,
that
stab them,
place.
stab them.
Yeah, yeah,
No, I feel it.
yeah.
Not
Yeah, I try to be as positive and like jokey there as I could, because I know other people laugh from it, and like it feels good for me to like make myself laugh too. Like, oh, like this shit was funny. Like even just making it like I don't know, like fucking my brother, he'll like just be watching me from the window, like, what are you doing out there? And like I'll just be like doing the goofiest shit, and I'm like, just watch, like this shit's gonna people gonna like this.
Nah, the plant community needs that goofy shit, dude. Because you
Yeah,
know, all respect to everyone and whatever their style is and whatever they bring to the community, but it sets you apart. It sets you apart for sure. There's not a lot of people being super goofy and still like artistically. You do it artistically. It's tasteful, and you're also touching on issues that really hit home for a lot of us. And there's a lot. I would say the vast majority of us in the plant community came to plants for something for some kind of pain, some kind of
yeah,
something, some ex-lover broke their heart. I don't know how many people, how many I would love to cut up every episode and put it all together into one video of how many people have told me that plants saved their life. It kept them from killing themselves. It kept them from relapsing and this and that, insert problem. The plants up in there. It's dope,
definitely,
man.
dude. It's almost like a like I don't want to say like a cure, but like once you go to it,
It's medicine.
like yeah, yeah. Like, I don't know what else would be doing this for me. Like if I didn't have plants,
Yeah, man.
video games didn't do it.
Right. Video
I
games
wish I
can
could.
actually perpetuate it.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
You spend
sometimes I
12
start like
hours playing a game.
yeah, and I'm like, I'm done with this. Just
You
throw
haven't
that shit
ate
off and like,
nothing, you haven't slept.
yeah, yeah. I'll get so frustrated and just like I'll throw my shit off and just go to my plants and then just like sit with them. I'll be like, oh, okay, this is so much better.
Yeah.
you know?
Sometimes I have to remind myself that they do that though, because it's not always in the forefront of my mind that they're like actually that powerful. And I tend to wait until shit hits the fan and before I start engaging in it as much as I should be. But like even just simply like me like hosing off the greenhouse, making sure everyone's all right, giving them some water and like spending just a few minutes with them. I never leave feeling worse, you know? Never.
hmm Yeah, no, 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 not at all.
Yeah. So, but the passion has been dwindling for me, if I'm being completely honest. I still like talking to you is kind of like reviving it. It's kind of lighting that fire. And I'm like feeling nostalgic about the early days. But
Yeah.
I go through these little phases, and then I get back into it. Like I want to. It's definitely a goal of mine. Like I'm moving here November 1st, and we're gonna have a big old piece of land. There's a greenhouse there, so I want to ground some shit. I want to try things a little different. Like I want to ground a
Fuck
bunch of
yeah.
plants, and like it doesn't. It feels different. I feel like than potted plants. I don't know how different it may be, but to me, I just it sounds like a new style of growing that I'm not like super into. So I'm excited for that,
That sounds good, dude. I'm happy to hear that. But
man.
yeah, I feel like like seeing the cactus community and like how everyone else is with their plants, like we all kind of go through that. Like just
Yeah.
you kind of got to push them aside and like focus on your own shit and like
Yeah.
they'll still be there. Like that's why
That's
we grow them. Like I don't know about houseplants honestly, because I've had so many, and like I don't have any now. Obviously, they'll die because I just like I see them wilting and dying and dying, and I'm like maybe, and then like once they're like brown, I'm like okay, you're dead. I give up on you.
I can count on two hands how many I have, and it used to be a lot more too, bro. I'm surprised. Like this fool right here, I don't know. My kid pulled off like 90% of the leaves on one of the
Oh
stems. He
shit,
just, dude,
just plucking.
he's the worst about that, man.
Yeah.
When he feels like it, he just gets down and he'll rip them up. Like there was a plant that was like really important to my lady. It was from her mom before her mom
Oh,
passed away, and this fool ripped it up. But
oh,
and this thing needs to be repotted. It's still in the original pot. Like I don't know, man. Sometimes I get
yeah,
lucky. There's certain ones that are kind of
yeah, dude. They are
bizarre.
like I do love them. Like eventually, like I want to have like a space where I could like have a nice little environment for them going.
Yeah.
Once I have like my own space. But yeah, like I just had my nieces living with me, like what you said, like the kids, like and when I was first into like the cactus, like you get into the succulents too, and I had like I think echeverias, and they were just like plucking all the little leaves off, and I came out and I was like, oh my god, what did you guys do?
Yeah.
But I was actually able to like propagate a couple of them and like got little plants going,
It
and
won't do
yeah.
that to a cactus.
Yeah, no,
They learn
they
to
know
respect those
now.
real
Yeah, they're like,
fast.
no, cactus. Yeah, they already know. Like, okay, yeah,
My son calls them
that's
owies. Owie. Anytime we're driving somewhere, he sees a cactus. Owie.
yeah. He already knows. They'll poke the shit out of you, dude.
Yeah, dude. Oh
But
man.
I feel like after a while, like being like a cactus guy, like you kind of just like you'll just grab them like when you're potting them, and like you'll be good. We all take the pokes.
So do you find the plants to be therapeutic in a way for the mental health issues, somewhat relieving of the anxiety and the
Yeah,
depression?
yeah, definitely when I'll like go out there to my plants, it just like everything almost slows down. Because it's like an
Nice.
area in my backyard. It's like a little corner where it's like way quieter. Because sometimes the house will get like a little loud in here, so I'll just go out there and it's like a whole different world almost. You know?
Yeah, you can truly commune with them, man. Like I think especially after learning about the plant wave thing, and I saw your reel where you fucking
Oh
tooth
yeah,
the
the
toothpick.
little violin.
Oh, that shit was funny, bro. Like, but that guy blew my mind. Like listening to him talk about it, and like he's saying, like when someone walks into the room, a certain individual walks into the room, the plants react. You know, and
Wow.
as a plant, like he would say, he says like in his installations, right? He'll set up installations, and like somebody that like has bad vibes will walk in, and then the plants kind of start playing less notes, and then someone like really vibrant and like that turns out to be a Reiki healer or some type of healer every time when they walk in, the plants are going crazy playing all these notes. And I actually found that myself, like experimenting with it, like with plants in nature outside. I was at the beach, and so I walked away and it wasn't playing that many notes, but then when I walked up, it's all ding 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 ding, ding, playing all these notes, and I'm like, wow, they really know we're there. They really know
Yeah,
we're there. And I'm, vice versa. Like I feel that when you walk into a room, like I don't know, I would love to walk into somebody's indoor jungle with a misters and all that shit. Like
those are
they
beautiful.
feel
Yeah,
that, it's just
yeah,
something. There's something like in my heart that I feel when they're around, in large numbers with plants.
yeah. Like even like that part, like my mom, like as a kid, she'd always take us to botanical gardens, just like
Right.
walk around and be in the environment and like yeah, you really like feel like that was almost like the amusement park for me, like just walking around, like looking at all the crazy plants, even like the jungle stuff, and like it's such a like a vibe, like not to sound corny, but like vibrations, like you feel it, like
Yeah,
there's an energy out there. Yeah,
most definitely. They definitely have energies, man, and all these different purposes too. Like some of them are, I don't know, air purifying or something. Some of them are air purifying. Other one, I
yeah,
don't know, creating lots of oxygen. Man, we're diving deep into the trippiness of the plants. And then you said psychedelics. What about them?
yeah.
What's up with those?
Um, well, like I've related to you and your podcast, like experimenting at a young age. I mean, I'm 21. I don't think I said I'm 22 right now,
Okay.
but like experimenting at a young age with like a lot of stuff
Hmm.
and realizing like psychedelics are like they're like not just like another drug to experiment. Like it'll
Yes.
really help you. And yeah, so like getting into like mushrooms and acid and stuff. Like I was had my own like little episodes where I was really into acid for a little bit, really into mushrooms, and I was like not like what else is out there, like what else could I do, but like
Yeah.
how much more like healing could I do? Because like I don't know. It's not,
Was the intention there at that time though, as a youngster? Like, or was it more like fun?
it was more fun younger. It was
Yeah.
more fun definitely.
Yeah.
But yeah, like just as you learn and like just being around people like talking about like, oh yeah, like it healed me. Like I didn't really understand that because I was always like in like a party setting or something, like
Right.
trying to, and I maybe I would like kind of go inward a little bit, but then like something would just throw me off, you know.
Yeah. No, there's something super sacred about them. And uh, I definitely got carried away with psychedelics too as a kid. And didn't use them for the right reasons and use them too many days in a row, but they'll teach you something regardless. I don't know. I found that I've said it a million times and I don't care. I'll say it again. But like, I found that I became, as a young kid, I became more compassionate. I became more open minded because of them. It wasn't my intention, but like when I look back on it, um, I became more tolerant of others, you know,
Mhm.
I found that for sure. But I also had some scary things happen too. Weird shit happens on psychedelics.
Yeah, definitely. I've had like a lot of really weird trips and been weird places. That's why I feel like in the like in a medical setting where like they have you in a bed like with your eyes closed. Like I feel like that's kind of what I need more now. Like
Yeah,
because all my other trips have just been like in my room and I'll like start thinking about shit too much or
yeah.
take the wrong dose or something, you know.
At the very least, you need like support. Like if you, some people just can't afford. Like right now, the only legal one is ketamine, and soon it'll be psilocybin as well and MDMA. I think they'll both pass at the same time. Uh, but it's gonna probably still be the same. Like ketamine is $500, $600 a session, and it's great. But like what it taught me doing those therapeutic settings taught me was okay, I can do this, on my own. I think, and
Hmm.
as long as you have the right setting, and I think that they're truly sacred. And like say you live in an apartment and you don't know who's above you, you don't know who's to the side of you, you take some fucking mushrooms,
Yeah.
you might encounter some of their shit, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
exactly.
And it can be very iffy, and it might not be the right place to do it. Perhaps if you're in that setting, maybe whoever is in that setting listening, outside might be the better approach, and like actually respecting them. And as sacred as they are, like I mean, look into the indigenous cultures. They, when they do ceremonies, they enclose an area, and so that way
Mhm.
nothing from outside, no outside forces are coming in, and vice versa, and you can see what you're really working with. And I personally believe that they actually will, um, bring out negative energies then that are in you and present in the environment around you. And that's what bad trips are, is you encountering some kind of negative energy that's either within yourself
Yeah.
or somewhere else.
Yeah. I feel like after a while I've been trying to do it by myself and maybe it's within myself because I'll still like be thinking like of stuff like from way back then and be like, no, 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 like I don't want to think about that right now. Like I'm trying to have a good time and
Yeah.
like focus on like I don't know, better things maybe.
Yeah, that's why you need that support, that guy, somebody there with you. And even they can
Yeah.
take it with you, perhaps like half the dose that you're taking, whoever's trying to get the healing. I think it's important that both people take it. Like that's how the curanderos did it down in Mexico, still do it down in Mexico. That's how most of the ayahuasca medicine people do, the natives, because then you're both tuned into that uh, realm. Then
Yeah.
you can
You know,
recognize
on
it
such
in each
different
other.
levels.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where I feel like the therapy lacks. The
Mhm.
psychedelic therapy lacks is that you have somebody
Okay.
sitting there all prim and proper. Hmm,
Ready to like write your stuff down,
yeah,
right?
hmm,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, that's one thing I'm like, I don't know about that part.
it's useful though. It helps, bro.
Yeah,
Especially
yeah.
like I highly recommend ketamine. I can't recommend it enough, bro. If you're depressed and you're anxious, like instantly, boom, it's gone. The first thing I said one time after a ketamine session, my therapist's name is Joseph. I said, "Well, I don't want to kill myself anymore, Joseph." That was the first thing I said when it was over, dude.
That's powerful though. Yeah.
Right? Yeah, it's instant. It's a little crazy. It makes you a little groggy. It's super intense and emotional, and you probably cry a lot. But once you get past that first trip, It's all right. It's not fun. Ketamine is not fun. It's not a fun trip.
Yeah.
It's fucking challenging.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a crier too.
Yeah, bro. I was crying my eyes out every time, sobbing like someone just died. It's
Yeah, dude. I don't know
wild.
why it's so easy for me.
It's all that
I
shit
guess
built
as a
up.
kid, yeah,
It's
yeah.
built up. Yeah.
As a kid, I've always just been open to crying, like so.
It's cool that you're
Still
open to
kind of that
talking
kid.
about that, man. Not a lot of men would come up here and say that I cry a lot, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, lately I've just been trying to just talk about anything that comes to my mind, like trying to hold back the anxiety and just be like, really try to show myself, I guess.
Release it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
man. Because we store that shit, all that shit.
But yeah, dude, I cry a lot. I we all go through shit, hard
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Gotta cry it out.
Yeah, there's not a person on earth that hasn't experienced some kind of trauma, man. We're a traumatized generation. And whenever I
Oh
hear
yeah,
someone tell me that, like, oh, I don't have trauma, I'm like, okay. I just roll my eyes like,
yeah.
oh, okay, you
Yeah,
don't want to
you
look
gotta
at it.
get to that.
You don't want to look
You'll
at
get
it.
to it.
That's fine, you know. But um, I think it's important for us to, our generation, uh, to break these cycles, these vicious cycles of trauma from all directions, family, society, political.
Yeah, yeah, or even just trying to like hold it back and like, oh no, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm a dude. I can handle it. Like
Then it ends up
no,
getting
you
taken out
probably
on your
can't.
partner
Yeah,
and your kids.
yeah, yeah. Every part of your life.
Yeah. Or it'll show up as, it'll manifest as something else, anger, anxiety. That's what I found is I just become a nicer in recent years. In the last, if we just look at the last couple of years, when I turned to psychedelics for more therapeutic purposes, I've become a much more gentle person, dude. I used to be volatile as fuck, like screaming all the time. It takes a lot more. I'm not saying I don't scream no more, and I'm not saying I don't punch walls sometimes, because I do, but
Oh
it's
yeah,
far less often, bro. I'm far more kind and gentle, compassionate. I can actually hold on to a relationship, hold on to a female in my life that actually wants to be around me uh, for the first time ever, dude. And it's because of psychedelics and plants. I think it
yeah.
changed my
You're
life.
right. Yeah, because it will definitely take part in your relationships. It's something that I've like experienced too. Like having my low mental health, like I won't be able to like handle having a partner really, like,
Right.
or it'll just be so on and off. Like I just got to figure myself out first, and it's hard to get that way too. Because sometimes you'll end up like so deep with the person, and like that's when you realize like I'm not okay, and like like
I
I
don't want
can't
to lose you.
love another person like when I can't really love myself that much. Like it's hard to balance that.
Truly,
Yeah, and
yeah.
then yeah, it's hard to lose, like stick with them after like when you're still trying to focus on yourself.
Yeah.
It's yeah,
And it's
that's
not
something
to
that I've
say
kind of dealing with.
it's not to say that it's not
Yeah,
impossible to make it work. Like once you're already that deep and you're not loving yourself, because it I think it's like a match thing too, like the type of person that you're with. Because what I found with my partner is she's tolerated a lot more than some people probably would. But she knows I'm on that journey. She knows that I'm like trying to heal, and I think
hmm,
as long as that's communicated and people see that you want to get better. I saw this quote that I posted, I shared. It was like, if you ever think you're a bad person, just remember that bad people don't want to get better. And that hit me hard, because sometimes I do feel that way about myself. Like, what
yeah,
if I'm such a good person, why would I do what I just did?
hmm,
But I want to get better. And it's not to excuse whatever I did, but
exactly.
like as long as you're willing to look at those things and address them.
Yeah, I feel that 100%. I think I don't know if that was you that maybe posted it, guys. I know I saw that on my cactus page, like someone posted that quote, and I was like, for real. Like sometimes I feel like a bad, shitty person for like whatever reason, whatever, even just like thoughts that I'll have, like,
Yeah.
why am I thinking this? Like this can't be me.
Yeah.
But like you said, like I do want to get better and like slow progress, like at least,
Yeah, man.
that's the best way.
It very well may not be you though. This is gonna
Hmm.
get kind of weird and spiritual, but I
Let's get
tend
it.
to believe that I believe in magic, if you want to call it that. Spirit. I believe in spirit, and I believe in curses, family curses, generational curses, things that maybe our ancestors did that we're still paying for. That's all indigenous belief, and I've come to more and more start to believe, and it's not, again, not to excuse whatever I'm doing, but sometimes I'll think something and I'm like, that's not fucking me, dude. And sure enough, I'll take a psychedelic and I'll purge, and those thoughts will stop. Or I'll have a very incredible psychedelic experience in a therapeutic setting, and those thoughts will stop. And then I release it via crying, via purging, via whatever, processing, talking.
Hmm.
But I do think that these types of energies exist. I don't know. It sounds a little out there, but
I control it definitely, dude.
ancient knowledge, man.
Yeah,
And I think you can take them out too. You can remove them. Um, so I don't know.
yeah, those intrusive thoughts for real.
Yeah, because you'll do something and be like, What the fuck did I just do?" You know?
Yeah, and you'll think like why did I do that? Like in my setting now, like I wouldn't do that. Like
Yeah.
you just kind of look back on stuff and you're like,
The healed version of
maybe
you wouldn't do that.
yeah, like
Right.
your inner self, right?
Right.
Higher self.
Higher self.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I do that. Like I always look back and feel like, fuck, was that me?
Yeah, man. And like growing up around, if you grew up around, I don't know, like a narcissist, somebody that is just like so engulfed in materialism and self that they can't see anything else that's going on with anybody else. They can't show compassion and they can't show you that love that you need, especially as a child, is very damaging. So then you start seeking it in other things, whether that it could be anything, it could be gambling, it could be drugs, it could be whatever, codependent relationships. That's really common. I don't know how I could count. I could no, there's no way I could count how many freaking narcissists I know and how many people that were close to me that were like that. It's pretty
Yeah.
commonplace. Or an
Hmm.
addict, which tends to exhibit narcissism as well because all they care about is themselves and their fucking drug or their alcohol.
How they're gonna feel. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's hard to come back from that, and you have to like reparent yourself, which is something I've been doing too recently, is like trying to reparent myself. And especially I see it like in my kid. I'll see like uh I'll be like, oh, I didn't get this when I was a kid. So I want to make sure I give it to them. And then like I start thinking about it, I get sad. Oh, I didn't get this as a kid. Like how can I give it to myself now? You're
Mhm.
never too old, I don't think, to go back into those old memories and that inner child
Yeah,
and try to
feel
heal
that.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, even like just to go back on the inner child, like recently I've started going to like amusement parks with my friends and like
Hell yeah.
I still like get that nostalgic feeling of like being a kid and like not being able to go there all the time because like it's kind of like had a broke family in a little bit, so like maybe once every couple of years to be able to go, but still like just a memory of being there as a kid and then being there back again. It's like it feels so good and like you could if I could finally maybe do that for myself more now,
I love
it's
that
rewarding.
for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, and even like say you said you were broke. Like, okay, poverty in and of itself is such a traumatic thing to experience. Um, like I didn't experience it until adulthood, and I got to the point where I couldn't get my water was turned off, my gas was turned off, my power would get turned off all the time. I couldn't make my rent, I couldn't get food, and I know what that feels like, bro. And uh, like even if it's just like struggle, if it didn't get to that extreme, like coming out of that, even now today, trying to survive in 2022 is fucking so hard. And that shit is traumatizing
Fuck
because
yeah.
you want to be able to just like live a normal life, right? And have your basic needs met. And you get down on yourself. Who else are you going to get down on?
Hmm.
It's not somebody else's fault, right? So that's really hard to overcome. And like you were saying, treating yourself to an amusement park. I love that, man. Or like
Yeah, when I
maybe
could.
buying something you couldn't get before.
Yeah, like I'm still buying myself like toys and stuff, just
Yeah.
stuff I couldn't get as a kid, you know.
The fancy groceries. I'm going to Whole Foods
Yeah,
today.
hell yeah, Trader Joe's.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah,
That's
poverty
cool.
is something I've just always been used to, like since a kid. My mom, like I said, she's a single mom, and like raising me and my brother, we've always just like been bouncing around like city to city because like you said, like
Mm,
can't make rent or like
yeah.
this place is a little cheaper over here, new job over here. Like yeah, it's something like we've always struggled with, and now it's just something like I'm almost scared to get there. Like I don't want to end up like you said, like lights turned off. Like I know we've had like had to light up the house with candles and shit, and like
Yeah.
wash with straight cold ass water. Like
Yeah.
we've done all that shit. So it's like almost scared of ending up there again.
I feel that completely. Yeah. Well, then that's great that you know that and that you prepare yourself to actually take that leap once you're fully ready. you know,
Yeah, yeah,
shit. That
yeah. Because I'm still
instability.
trying to work on myself right now, dude. Like having like jobs and stuff. Like I've just been like bouncing jobs lately since I can't even like really keep up with them sometimes, or like I feel like it's not for me, or I just feel like there's something better out there.
Yeah.
So yeah, sometimes I'll just wake up and be like, fuck, I can't go to work today, and just be in bed like sad all day. So gotta fix myself and then maybe find something better.
I identify with that completely, man. And you know what?
All right.
When it boils down to it, you're not gonna be like when you're older. You're not gonna be like, "Damn it, I wish I would have worked more." You're gonna be like, "I'm so glad I worked on myself and I set aside that time for myself to get better." And until like whatever
True.
it was meant for you comes into your life.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
okay. That's good. It's good. That's like reassuring to hear because right now I'm just feeling like fuck, I just gotta get to work and gotta make money so I get myself a better situation,
that's
But
society telling
it's
you
like
that. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
glamorize the
I
grind,
feel like
grind, grind.
yeah, it's so ingrained in like everyone too, and like everyone around me. Like
But at
look
what
around, I'm like
cost?
fuck.
But at what cost?
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
I know I'm not gonna be able to do it and like struggling and
Yeah. Oh, for
yeah,
sure. It sucks going into work with such extreme anxiety that you don't even want nobody to look at you or talk to you,
dude.
and like you feel like you look
Yeah.
stupid when you do talk, or
Mm-hmm.
whatever, dude. And you're having all these intrusive thoughts. You can't even hear what somebody's saying to you. You can't absorb it.
For
Now you're
real.
focusing on this task that you don't even know how you're supposed to do it because you forgot because you're just
Yeah.
too in your
Everything you're
drama.
saying is me.
Yeah, bro, I
Yeah,
know
like I'll
that.
wake up just stomach feeling like wanting to like throw up already in the morning and like
Yeah, but
dreading putting on clothes and everything.
yeah.
Yeah, but I know I'm
Take
gonna
it
find something
slow,
nice.
dude. Take it slow. Take something super part time. I started delivering grocery before I started working again. After this last little relapse I had, I was going through it, bro. Like suicidal daily and just like not doing good. So I started delivering groceries, and it was like a nice intro to socializing again for me. Like I just, oh hi, here's your groceries. That's it, and a story, But I was getting tips
Mm-hmm.
through Shipped. I was doing Shipped, and that was legit, bro. I was like, this is cool. I could see myself doing this for a minute, but then I was like, all right, I'm getting tired of this, so I'm gonna do something else. And then started super part time, like I don't know, 12 hours a week at Whole Foods, and it was perfect for me. I'd go to work for
There you go.
4-hour shifts. I mean, come on. I'm like, I could do this. I got this.
Mm-hmm.
There were
Hell yeah,
days,
take it easy on yourself.
yeah,
Yeah,
knowing
right now
where
I just
you're
do a
at.
lot of temporary work.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
like
it's like easy.
labor.
It's yeah, like labor and like I have like hazardous waste license, so I
Oh,
get like
cool.
a lot of jobs like doing that. But I feel like it's doing the temp jobs. It's too easy to just like kind of leave the job and like go do something else. Just like go do my own shit. Like, I don't
Not
feel like
give a
such a
fuck.
commitment. Yeah,
Yeah,
like I want a job that like they're gonna want me there every day, and like I'm gonna want to be there and like show up. My
yeah,
best.
yeah. No,
So
for
yeah, I
sure.
haven't been feeling that.
Yeah, the structure can be useful, but it sounds like you're getting there, man. That's cool, and I appreciate your vulnerability and your honesty, man.
Yeah,
Not a
dude.
whole lot of people come on here and get real with me, dude. And I appreciate it a lot. And I'm glad that we got to do this. I don't think we're almost done, but I just wanted to say that, dude.
No, yeah, and like when you hit me up and said you wanted to talk, I was like, oh shit, someone like it's just so nice. Like someone wants to hear me talk. Like even if like whatever it's about, whatever it's gonna be about, like hitting me up and like wanting me to be on your things.
Well, I had a
Appreciate it.
feeling
It
because
feels nice. Feels nice.
your name's Enchanted Cactus. So I had a
Yeah,
feeling because of the
yeah,
name Enchanted. I was like, I think I'm gonna like this dude. And I seen like your reels and yeah, dude,
yeah,
it's cool.
yeah. When I first was trying to find a name, I was just trying to do something like mystical, psychedelic,
Yeah,
cactus. I was just like looking up synonyms of like magic and like enchanted. That sounds cool. So
fuck yeah.
that's how that became. I'm not sure if it's like ingrained, but I like it for now.
I like it. I
Yeah.
guess I could see why you would keep it, but yeah, I like that. I just like that word, enchanted. That
Yeah,
sounds like
magical. Makes me think of
magic,
like Merlin.
right,
Yeah. Eventually, yeah, I do like to draw a lot and like do like
do
little art,
you?
and sometimes I'll like include like a little cactus in there. So eventually I want to like make art and like I like clothes, so like make t-shirts maybe.
Dope.
So that's
And
soon,
then
yeah.
maybe that's what's gonna do it for you is you're gonna start your own thing because that's fucking when you actually have a good income going like that, it feels so good. You don't have to report to
Yeah.
nobody, you know.
Yeah, I bet. It looks nice.
Yeah, man. I could see that for you for sure. So you
Yeah,
draw.
soon.
What
That's
else? What other kind of arts? Sorry, go ahead.
just mostly draw like even like not like a scheduled thing like whenever I'm feeling like I think of something in my head like I want to draw. It's like maybe once every 2 weeks or something I'll draw.
That's cool.
So I wouldn't like say I'm like an artist or anything. But definitely always been drawing my whole life though.
Sounds like you're just
Like,
humble. I think all of
yeah.
us are artists in one way or another.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. When I
cool,
think
though.
about it, like people say like, oh, I can't draw nice. Like it's like no, it's like maybe what you think is art, yours isn't matching up to, but um yours is just something different. Everyone's got their own shit.
Yeah, nobody's better than everyone. Anyone. Everyone just does things differently.
Yeah, like when Picasso came out, right? It's probably wasn't really considered art.
Right.
All those crazy designs and stuff compared to what was back then.
I like people that bend rules, especially with planting too. Like when you see somebody stage some shit and you look at it and you're like, what the fuck? But it's like different and it's them,
Hmm.
you know?
Yeah, like even that's kind of what got me into the reels too. Like Sunrise Cactus, shout out to him. Like when he would do like the reels, was like throwing plants, like not really giving a fuck.
Breaking
Like
shit.
yeah, I thought that was hilarious, and that's kind of like what got me into like let me figure out how to do that because that shit's funny.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, yeah,
Yeah, he's a real one for sure. Man,
yeah.
relate to him a lot.
Actually, there was like I don't know if you know about PuffCon. It's like an event that's supposed to happen soon.
It's
You have
about
to have
weed or what?
like it's an event put on by Puffco, the vaporizer. Like they have a little
Okay.
weed vaporizer.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, anyways, to RSVP and get a ticket, you have to have like a serial number of your own product that you got from them. And I never haven't
Oh,
gotten anything, so I put on my story like, can I use anyone's serial number like just to enter and get a ticket real quick? And then
yeah.
Sunrise Cactus, he was like, oh, I actually got one. You could use it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but it turns out you actually have to have like the product with you like to get in.
Oh, damn.
It's like
Y'all are about the same age. Don't they make puff bars though, or is that someone else? That's bang, huh?
I don't know honestly. I
What the
just know
fuck
I
does
went on the
Puffco
website real
even
quick.
make?
I just went on the website real quick and like they have like really nice like vaporizers. It's like a bong vaporizer pretty much, like a rig for like wax.
Uh,
And they were like $300. I was like, fuck, I can't
fuck
afford
that.
that. So that's when I was like, yeah, anyone got one? But it's all good.
Yeah.
Maybe eventually I get one.
Yeah, y'all are about the same age. There's not a lot of young cats in the plant community either, because like my listenership, even that listen to this, 18 to 21 is like, I don't know, 5% or something like that.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Oh,
the vast majority of my listenership is 28 to 35. But it goes all the way up to like 70 or something like that. I'm like, I wonder what
yeah.
70-year-old man's out there fucking listening to plants could talk. It
Hey,
makes me
who
laugh, man.
wouldn't?
Oh man, it shit makes me laugh.
Yeah, it's kind of funny too, like going to cactus shows, like and just like seeing myself like so much younger than like a lot of older people.
Yeah.
It's it's,
Well,
it's
hey,
kind
you're the
of it's
future. You're the future of the
yeah.
plant community.
Yeah, I feel it feels like weird though because like they're all like older people that like I feel like they've been doing this for so long, and I'm just like you're like a kid excited to buy a cactus.
Right. Yeah.
So, like it's
It
kind of
makes you
funny,
like
but
stand
I'm
out.
probably gonna be like one of them eventually. I'm like literally I'm gonna be one of them at the events in like 30, 40 years, hopefully.
See, well, that's dope. At least you found something that you see yourself. I mean, how often is it that people find something that they love that much that they could say, in 40 years, I'm going to be doing this still?
Yeah, yeah,
That's
because
dope.
some of the plants are probably gonna be alive still. I'm pretty sure there's spiders out there that I got.
Those fucking mammalias will be, dude. I don't know. I got some mammals
Dude,
that will
yeah,
survive hardcore.
yeah, like even like full the most direct sun, like they could at least mine they could take.
Yeah.
Those are like probably some of the toughest cactus that I have.
Yeah. I agree with that. I'm about to sell. I don't know if you ever seen, uh, I feel fucking horrible doing it, but I have to. I guess I gotta get this fucking security deposit and pay it like by the end of this week. So, uh, I had this mam. It was this guy Ralph. It's on. It's like fucking this big, bro. You ever seen that mam I have? It's fucking huge, bro. I don't even know what the idea is. I gotta get someone to help me with it. But the
Uh,
motherfucker's like 40 years old or something like that. I'm gonna try to sell it
God
to,
damn.
and it's in a custom key toy pot. So I'm gonna try to sell it with the pot. My lady was like, "No, you can't sell that one," but I'm gonna do it because I need to.
You
I'm
gotta
gonna,
do it.
I'm gonna start
Yeah.
over, dude. I can start. I acquired all these damn plants in I don't know 2 years, so
Yeah, it's so easy to just rotate them, dude.
they
Like
can come
I
back.
feel bad sometimes, like I want to sell this, but it's like I could end up easily with like the same exact one. Like,
Right? Yes.
and then whoever I sell it to, hopefully they'll like love it just as much or even more.
Yeah. Try not to get too attached to them. They're beautiful and I
Hmm.
love them, but like I don't know, it comes around. I don't believe in like cyclical. It'll come back, one way
Yeah,
or
it
another.
always does. Yeah. I feel like I've had the same size collection, luckily for like the longest. Like I don't have some crazy like nice greenhouse or anything, just a couple plants in my backyard and like some little like makeshift tables and shit. But they've been hanging in there.
I appreciate that about you, man. That's dope. We're similar in that way. I'm not a fucking plant hoarder. Never have been.
Yeah.
I've sold a shitload of plants, thousands of plants, but my collection has stayed the same
Yeah. Maybe
as it
if I
got much
could I
bigger.
would, but
Yeah,
I can't sit.
me too.
Can't.
Me too. Yeah, me too, bro. If I
I'm
had
kind
a
of
hundred
glad
thousand
that
dollars to waste on plants, I would.
yeah, but that's like it's like a healthy thing, right? Like
Yeah, right. We could tell ourselves
better
that.
than yeah.
Fuck yeah, man. This has been a real ass conversation and a conversation at that. And that's I think that's the art of podcasting is I don't call these interviews unless it's like somebody famous, in quotation
Yeah,
marks, some of
yeah,
those
yeah, yeah.
bigger names. I'll put and if you look at the description, I'll put an interview with so and so. It's rare that I say
Hmm.
that though. And it's rare that I treat it as an interview. I try to treat it as a conversation and let it flow organically. And you've done a
Yeah, it's more
fantastic job.
comfortable. I feel it.
Yeah, you've done a fantastic job doing that with me, and I
Thank you.
appreciate that, dude. You're good at
Yeah,
conversing.
I consider myself like super shy and like more like introverted.
Yeah,
So,
or even
you know.
antisocial.
Yeah, all of that. Yeah.
You're fantastic at socializing and
Yeah.
communicating, though.
Yeah. I try. I try.
I,
I'm
I
trying right
find
now
I,
with you.
I find
Yeah.
that I find that in a lot of people that have those problems. And when you overcome it, uh, it's gonna be like a gift that you can truly harness to like heal people and help others. I see that.
Okay. Yeah, I love that.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah,
It was lovely.
Enchanted Cactus, everyone. Your handle is just Enchanted. Is there like an underscore or anything?
No, just the words Enchanted
Damn, you
Cactus.
came up. You came up
Yeah.
on that because that's hard to get when you pick something.
Right.
No
Yeah.
underscores or
I think
nothing.
I wanted to do like the Enchanted Cactus. Maybe that was taken. I'm not sure. I haven't checked in a while, but yeah, just Enchanted Cactus.
Fuck yeah. Well, let's keep in touch, bro.
Definitely, dude. Oh yeah, I'd love to meet you, do shit
Yeah.
together. Like
Yeah.
you're helping the homeless. I definitely want to eventually help out with that because it just seems so beautiful what you do, dude.
Thank you. I need somebody to help me with that. Anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. We'll talk. Yeah.
Let me know.
DM definitely.
I'd love to do a psilocybin session together too, but we'll talk about that another time. All right. Enchanted
Yes.
Cactus, everybody. Jacob.
Bye
If everyone
bye.
could
Thank you.
please like, review, and subscribe to the podcast and hit that share button, we would both appreciate that greatly. Bye.